Let's talk about Greenpeace and their demonstration at the Prime Minister's Yorkshire mansion today. And before we start our conversation, let's have a look at some video of this protest.
I'm Al. I'm a volunteer climber with Greenpeace, and I'm on the roof of the Prime Minister's house. We're all here because Rishi Sunak has opened the door for a new drilling frenzy in the North Sea, while large parts of our world are literally on fire.
Yes, of course they are. I'm not really interested in their message, Ross, but, you know, they climbed, I don't know if we've got some video of this, but they climbed the mansion and draped an oil black veil all over his house. This is a huge mansion in Yorkshire. And the question really I have for you is, where was the security? This is our dear leader's personal home. Funny enough, credit to her, Shadow Home Secretary, Labour, Yvette Cooper has just issued this statement. Targeting someone's home like this is disgraceful and totally unacceptable. This is against the law, and rightly the police are taking enforcement action. The Prime Minister's home and family should never be targeted in this way. Well, good for Yvette Cooper, that's a given. But where do you think the security was? Shouldn't we be racking up the security around our Prime Minister's home when these people, a whole army of them, just sauntered in, put ladders up the house, climbed onto the roof and put this great big veil over it? Rishi, by the way, is, of course, in his other home in Santa Monica in California, taking a holiday with his family. But where was the security?
Yeah, well, as you say, it's disgraceful, but also, you know, very worrying because, you know, those who are in power, prime ministers, ministers, and even opposition leaders, of course, are security risks. They're potential terrorist targets, and Greenpeace might not wish anyone any physical harm, but you know, the fact that they managed to access his property, climb on the roof or something, is extremely worrying. I mean, surely the police have a presence at the Prime Minister's private house, whether he's in residence or not. And, you know, where were they? And, you know, even if you just had one police officer on duty, you'd expect him to be able to phone for reinforcements extremely quickly before any protesters managed to get as far as they did. And, you know, as Yvette Cooper says, you know, it's disgraceful. I mean, OK, if Greenpeace want to object to government policy, expound their nutty theories, OK, you know, go and jump up and down outside Parliament, but don't target people's private homes. You know, Rishi Sunak's got a family, he's got daughters, he's got, you know, they're entitled to a childhood undisturbed by this kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so I mean, police, you know, but it just feeds into this sort of sense that eco-protesters are allowed all these sort of freedoms which other kind of protesters perhaps aren't allowed. And you know, I say if anti-abortionists or pro-Brexit protesters turned up somewhere, I bet they'd be cleared away quicker.
Yeah, exactly. Anti-vaxxer demonstrators, the police are on them like a ton of bricks. If it's a Just Stop Oil demonstration, the police either don't turn up at all, or if they do turn up, they ask the protesters if they're all right, if they'd like a cup of tea, or could they get them a pizza. There are different approaches from the police. Our police force have become woke and also disastrously useless.